All right, Heat fans. So we just got some bad news about Yurtseven. So initially, I wasn't too worried about the size issue because everybody knew that Yurtseven would eventually come back. But now they're saying he's going to be out for an extended period. So now we just have Bam and Deadman in terms of big men. Now we could bring up Orlando Robinson from the G League, which makes sense to me. But obviously, that's not a long-term solution. So I think the most logical thing here to do is either to sign a big man or to trade for a big man. I think when it comes to signing, most people are saying Dwight Howard, which I'm not for that signing, but it is what it is. I would take DeMarcus Cousins before I take Dwight Howard. I also think in a situation where we go for a trade, I like Miles Turner, but I understand that it's possible the Pacers may not want to trade him, and if they do want to trade him, maybe they're asking for too much, or maybe we need to make the salary work, and they may not want Duncan Robinson. So that's obviously what everybody's thinking we would trade for Miles Turner. That's what all the mock trades are saying, right? So maybe we try a guy like Mo Bamba. I know a lot of you guys have a bunch of other centers on your list, and a lot of the other centers that I've seen people put on their list, I just think to myself, like, yeah, they're traditional bigs, but traditional bigs, I don't see a lot of them playing a ton of minutes, and it's for a reason. Most teams, they like bigs that can switch. Like, Rudy's a great example of a traditional defensive big man, and if you switch him to a guard, he's screwed. We know what Stephen Curry did to him, and I'm sure he's been burnt by a lot of other guards. So most teams, they tend to like bigs that can move. So I'm in favor of a big that if he gets switched to a point guard, we don't have to worry that it's going to end horrible. Because it usually ends horrible for most big men, but those slow foot big men that a lot of you guys like, yeah, like a Steven Adams, like he needs to stay in the paint. And the way teams are playing us is they're really trying to get our bigs to switch onto their guards. So it'll be nice to have a big that if that situation does happen, it's not as bad as it could be. Or best case scenario, he is really quick on his feet and he can switch back to his primary, power forward or center or whoever he's guarding. Because yeah, this situation right here with Yurtseven is not good. Not that Yurtseven was going to answer our problems for our interior defense when it comes to the backup center, but it would have been nice to have him for his rebounding and his scoring. So, bad news, Heat fans. What do you guys think we should do? Should we sign DeMarcus Cousins or should we trade for a center? I feel like trades take a while to happen, and I feel like this news was already known by management. So, hopefully, management already has a plan in motion for replacing Yurtseven since we might be without him for the rest of the season.